folks, so I'm going to do a reading looking at Catherine, Princess of Wales and Mother's Day today, because at the time of filming, which is the 30th of March, they've just released a short video looking at the elements, looking at the weather for the past year, and they've said that this past year they've got comfort in the natural world. Obviously last year they released that picture which was edited, and there was all that hoo-ha over that picture, and I think everybody's been like waiting with bated breath in relation to what they do for this Mother's Day. But I actually found it quite interesting because, by the way, this is just a temporary setup for me because it's eclipse energies and I'm just having a break off putting face on camera today. I found it interesting because in shamanism, when there is a mother wound, or when there is like your mother's not available or not there, they do encourage you to actually spend time with Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, and the Great Mother. So on the surface there's that, oh, we don't get a picture this year of the children with Catherine, but it's actually quite a spiritual thing they've done. It's actually quite a soothing thing they've done. When feeling overwhelmed, this has just come out, and not sure where to go in your life, you can find comfort in nature, okay? Rather than holding on to the old. So show me the energy of this year's Mother's Day video via the Prince and Princess of Wales. Show me the energy of this year's energy. Show me the energy of this year's energy. Show me the energy of this year's Mother's Day video by the Prince and Princess of Wales. It's also their way of making a stand. They've learned a lot from last year and what they'll tolerate and what they won't tolerate. It's looking after them as a family, putting their needs as a family first. And I think you're going to be seeing more of that as you go forward with the Chariot. They're going to be going forward in a very different way. There's been meetings apparently in relation to what pictures they release. This isn't just for Mother's Day, it's for an ongoing thing. To do things their way, at their own speed. They're going to be breaking with tradition. They're also going to be breaking with traditions that they've made, which is fine. We do that all the time. We've got the Star card healing. I've said to you in previous videos that this thing that Catherine went through goes a lot deeper than cancer. There was a spiritual element, the breaking down of the old self and the healing. You know, especially Catherine is no longer the person that she was. The upgrade that's come in has changed it. There was comfort seen in the elements. And I think as well, they're going to be bringing more of this to the surface, the natural world. Because we do know that. You know, I know when I say to my clients in my videos, go out into nature, go out and look at the sun with your eyes closed, and absorb that light, absorb Mother Nature. The transition as well. The betrayal of last year and all that came through, healing after that. Justice and rebalancing the scales. Working with the powers that were behind the throne in relation to where they go forward. And that they have to find a better way going forward than what happened last year. Page of Pentacles as well. It feels as though going forward, it's going to be less about them and more about the work that they're doing. They're conscious that they were getting to a stage where Catherine was getting a little bit like Diana, in as far as people focusing on her outfits. I'm guilty of that. I've said that in this channel a lot. And they wanted it to be more about the charities, the natural world, the energy that they bring to the table, coming from a natural perspective. There's even a goat here as well for the Capricorn card. And yeah, this is Catherine as well, wanting to step away from the glamour and the glitz. It'd be interesting to see if he does have a coronation, William, because he's not had one as Prince of Wales, has he? And he kind of should have had one, but he's stepped away from that. What his own coronation will be like. Out in the cold, they're aware of the world, they're aware of how they're seen from the world, they're aware of the poverty that's around. Temperance and balance. Three of Cups, the celebration. And the unity. So the energy feels much better than it did last year. And I think that this is a symbol of it. And it feels as though they're more in agreement of where they go going forward. And the Swans of Love here as well. Health as well coming in. New ideas, creativity. I think Catherine's going to be bringing some creative ideas to the table. And doing things her way in a steady way, of which many of us are going to be doing going forward, and this is going to be a lot stronger than it has been in the past. 3 more cards. We've got the Hierophant and Enlightenment. We've got the Wish going forward. Whoops. And we've got the Page of Cups, which is our dreams. They're also thinking about George when he takes the throne, obviously, hopefully for a lot, not for many years to come. And, you know, they're realising that what the last generation does has a repercussion to the next generation, and they're wanting a better way of going for their children. It's top of their priority that their children have a better go at things and a better way of living in a monarchy. Okay, so let me just pull some oracle cards, pop that deck to the side. Oracle cards, and these are for Catherine, Princess of Wales. Catherine, Princess of Wales, Mother's Day, 1 year on. Catherine, oh God, Catherine, Princess of Wales, Mother's Day, 1 year on. Catherine, Princess of Wales, Mother's Day, 1 year on. Okay, leadership, the stag spirit, strong, bold. At the bottom, we've got a passage, the standing stones. You know, I've said this is a very spiritual thing she's been on this past year. This has been a passage for her, a profound passage. Activation, I've spoken about activations that she's had, the natural world, letting go of the old. This is a healing practice for her as well for the past year. We've got changes incoming, magical change, manifesting her dreams going forward. We've also got purity and the unicorn coming in to purify the energies of the past year. She's going to be going into growth, magical growth, retreat. I've said this before. It's going to be a while before you're going to see a full-time Princess of Wales, but that's fine. Energy, she's alchemizing her energy. She's balancing her energy. Sanctuary, you know, this is her life. She wants to make a safe space for herself and her children. Enlightenment, a deep period of enlightenment. The stillness, the truth of who she is. Look at her with the crown on here, and her truth as a Princess of Wales and future Queen. Finding her strength. She's had to go into the tree, literally, well, not literally, but energetically, to find her strength. She's found strength in nature, and by doing so, she's found healing. 3 more cards. She feels much more stable now. She's also able to embrace her playfulness and step into her beauty. And the last card is transcending. So, transcending all that she's been through. Thank you. Do you know, I've done a couple of videos like this today, and I've actually enjoyed this. I know a lot of people do like to see me face to face on camera, but this is also a good way of doing it, and I've enjoyed doing it. So I may bring in, you know, face to face stuff and this happy medium balance. I've learned that from Catherine. Thanks for watching. Love to all, and see you all in the next one. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe, and there is a playlist on here called CT's Royal Tarot. Bye.